There are many different forms of laughter that I could start this show with today. So many different topics. I could just come out with a loud Joker chuckle at the end of 89 Batman with the chattering teeth, like, I told you, I told you, You know what? The NFL and NFL sports betting in particular has a way of humbling you real quick. I found out about that a couple weeks ago. My only losing week so far. 4 weeks of the NFL, one small losing week, week 2, week 1, week 3, and currently week 4. You won Thursday, you won Sunday. What do you want? What do you mean, Andy? I didn't win? Yeah, of course, because you parlayed everything together like a donkey. But yet again, just week after week, you're being shown that if you just take the bets and then sprinkle your pirate parlays, you can be a winner in the long run if you have some discipline. Did you have discipline? Of course not. Will you have discipline? Of course not. And if you bet the Steelers, you know who you are. I'm not even going to talk about it because I got to get to these 2 Monday night games, but you know who you are, and I will revisit that on a Dave and a Dan, which we're going to be doing earlier. I want to give more people a chance to see a Dave and a Dan, so we're doing it Wednesday, and we're going to try to continue to do it on Wednesdays. And also, just a good time to remind you, not just to like and comment, but definitely subscribe and click the notifications, because I might be uploading something in the next day or two, maybe even in the next day and a half, maybe even in the next day that I think you will want to watch. So definitely make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel here. And that's not clickbait. It's not a gimmick. It's not seeing that thumbnail that says crazy Game of Thrones ending where you see somebody's throat getting slashed. And then you click it, and it's just a guy in his basement talking about what he thought about the Red Wedding without a microphone. Awful audio. So no, it's not that. There is something that I think you will want to watch that I will be putting out there tomorrow. So make sure you are subscribed. But until then, we want to close out this winning. We want to make sure we don't fumble the bag. Another term that's being overused, and they've just dragged through the it had quick glory, and now it's already, you make one little mistake at work, you didn't do overtime, you fumbled the bag. A girl texted you, she was never going to hang out with you in the first place. You fumbled the bag. Everyone fumbled the bag, so let's not go fumble the bag. Last one was he's cooked. Now it's fumble the bag. Now I check the comments, everyone's saying come to Brazil. Everyone's saying come to Brazil. You want me to go there? Who are you going to get your sniffs from? Because I know you ain't delivering any good ones. So we got this Monday night doubleheader here. I'm going to focus more so on one of the games. We got the Dolphins playing the Titans, and then you got Detroit going to play Seattle. I'm going to start with the game that I actually have a couple picks for, and that is this Miami-Tennessee game. They're putting in old Snoop Huntley. They're giving him a crack. Miami's still favored by -2.5. Pretty hard to like the Titans in this game, considering Will Levis will find a way to throw away any single game. Really, you look at all these games, they probably could have won them all. Guess what they've done? Lost them all. And the coach, he's not too thrilled. He did not draft Will Levis, and he's not thrilled about how Will Levis is playing, and he is publicly calling him out. So what I think, I got a little trend notification from Outlier, which I told you I've been using that for this stuff, just in case there's something that slips under the radar, something that hasn't been brought to my attention. Well, I think the coach is going to figuratively and literally take the ball out of his hands. So I'm going to take the under on passing attempts for Will Levis. I think Tennessee is getting pretty fed up with Will Levis's antics. So I believe they will try to take the ball out of his hands, and who knows? This guy might get benched at halftime. So give me the under on Will Levis passing attempts. Then there's a guy, I gave out his over on receiving when the line opened last week. He's hit it all 3 weeks. When you have a new quarterback playing in a new system, how can you not just get the ball in this guy's hands and give him a couple screens? You're talking about a guy who had 6 catches, 7 catches, and then last week just a few, but still had 30 receiving yards. Give me the over on receiving for Achane. If they're scamming me, they're scamming me. That's too low of a total for Achane, in my opinion, and I'm taking the over once again. 3 for 3 on him. He functions like a receiver, although it's weird. There will be no Raheem Mostert, and you would think, oh, good, more snaps for him. But when Mostert plays, they'll run those 2 running back sets, and he will be that 3rd wide receiver. I would have rather Mostert played, but I still like it regardless. Give me the over on receiving for Achane. And then a narrative I'm seeing out there a lot. Come on, Andy, Tyreek Hill, you're the king of low totals. Good job with Tee Higgins. Good job with Diontae Johnson. Good job with Jordan Addison for the people on the Patreon. But why aren't you taking Tyreek Hill? It's one catch. It's one catch crowd. Well, it was also one catch last week and one catch. The one catch always isn't that easy. But sniffing ain't easy, man. Sniffing ain't easy, man. Go look up Ice-T doing the Godfather's theme in WWF Aggression. They made a random rap CD in like 1999 or 2000, and rappers all had to pick a song and remix it, like Method Man did the rock song. Go listen to Ice-T's version of the Godfather's theme. And he goes, pippin' ain't easy, man. And I'm going, sniffin' ain't easy, man. But I'm still going to do it. Because Huntley's a running quarterback, I have a feeling McDaniel will not just use Achane, but will also use Tyreek Hill in the running game on maybe just one or two end arounds. Do you know what his rushing total is? 1/2 yard for +2 something. I'm doing a little spritz on that.
Forehand.
And I'm also doing a little spritz
Backhand.
on the over rushing and receiving.
Every shot's a winner.
So if there's a running quarterback that will open up some opportunities to use Achane and Tyreek Hill on misdirection and end arounds, maybe he gets one carry for 15 yards. And now that brings down our receiving total if we take the rushing and receiving, and we'll just cash that +220 rushing. And I actually do like the Miami Dolphins to win this game. Will Levis, he's a disaster out there. Huntley's played in pretty big games before. I mean, he played in a very close playoff game in Cincinnati against Joe Burrow, so I would not be shocked if they find a way to win this one. They really need a win. I think he will inject some life into a team that needs it. Give me the Miami Dolphins to beat Tennessee at home, get a little revenge for that primetime disaster meltdown that happened. Will Levis's only good game in the NFL, is he about to do it twice? His 2 good games in the NFL, both going to be in Miami. I guess we'll find out. Give me the Miami Dolphins money line -135 against the Tennessee Titans. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Pizzeria raw dog picks. Go to the pizzeria. Tell him Andy said I could have pizza today. That's what it's like. Just like real life. You have a healthy diet for a little while, then go ahead. Go to the pizzeria. Yesterday, I let you have that over-under. Now I'm even letting you have a money line. So give me those Miami Dolphins. And then in this other game, a little more confusing. If you were to ask me, classic me with a monocle in there, looking at it saying, the classic favored by 4 going on the road. People maybe like Detroit. Yep, Detroit's probably going to win by 3, and then the +4 is going to cover, but the money line, people who took Seattle money line is going to. That's what it looks like. It looks like a classic. Detroit finds a way to win by 3. Everyone who bet the spread lost, and then everybody who bet Seattle money line, they lost. But it's all rigged. But for Andy, it's just, I don't even have to think about it. You just know. But it's rigged, man. Anyway, that's my thought on kind of this spread and money line. Take what you want from that analysis. But in that game, we got Kenneth Chalker, as I used to call him, and he's been injured these last couple of weeks. Got injured week 1. He's actually just a pretty injury-prone running back. And I'm taking a calculated gamble that he's going to stay under his total. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go rushing and receiving. That's a higher total than just the rushing. How do you like that for some ABC knowledge? Oh, the rushing and receiving is higher than... Yes, it is. So give me the under on Kenneth Walker. I'm hoping that Charbonnet did well enough in his role to just earn some touches. And I think they're learning, this new coaching staff, that Kenneth Walker is injury prone. They rode him hard week 1. He got injured. So a dialed back workload, I think, would merit unders. I feel like that number they're giving is pretty contingent on him having his normal workload. I'm personally thinking maybe it's slightly less. So give me the under on Kenneth Walker rushing and receiving. And of course, whether it's a Monday, Sunday, Tuesday, leap year, you guys are going to be sailing those deep blue seas, those shark-infested waters looking for pirate parlays, despite the fact that yesterday you would have won a lot if you played everything straight. I don't care. I know I'm not getting the girl. I want to just think I have a chance, and that's why I want that pirate parlay. So give me some of those on a Monday. All right, well, I'll take some of these picks that I had. Give me the alt over on rushing and receiving for Devon Achane. You know, he could always blow up. And without Mostert, all he's got to do is take a carry or a screen to the house. and we could be looking at some very high totals for him. So give me the alt over on his rushing and receiving with the alt under on Kenneth Chalker's rushing and receiving. I'm going to take the most I can and hope that he has split duties. And then also in the second one, give me the Dolphins to win. I know you guys just like to add that in the pizzeria. Give me the alt over on rushing and receiving for Tyreek Hill. So I think if it's not going to be Achane, it's going to be Hill. They're going to manufacture ways to get the ball to those two guys. And I know we could have said that last week, but this week a little bit different. At home, prime time, new burst of energy from the quarterback. And then just because it's funny, I'm adding in the under 7.5 receiving yards for Treylon Burks. With everybody there, with Hopkins playing more snaps now, and with Boyd being the third receiver, and Chig in there, and I truly don't think they're going to let Levis throw a lot. I mean, look, you can put the under on pass attempts, but I just think it's funny saying I don't think Treylon Burks is getting a single catch. I think he's maybe running a handful of routes, and he's getting 0 catches. It's just a funny leg to add in there because that's how the parlays should be treated. Anyway, that's what I got for you here on a Monday night doubleheader. Good luck to you. Better luck to me. You know what you got to do. Like, comment, subscribe, click the notifications. But obviously, not for nothing, I'll never sell it as a money-making service. I only want you to join if you enjoy the show, you enjoy the content, and you want to support more future content, like the type of content I have coming in the next 24 hours. Join the Patreon. It's patreon.com/AndyFrancess. Although I've seen some screenshots about people's bankrolls since they've joined, because remember, there are a lot of people in the chats. They pool all their information. And look, I'm not going to say it's always great information, but it is information nonetheless. Hopefully I see you over there. If not, I will see you in the next 24 hours. So make sure you're subscribed. Take it easy. Have a good one. And I'll talk to you then.